close-up sleight of hand. Tonight, we explore a piece of magic history. Now, I'm sure you've all heard the phrase, it's done with trapdoors, right? Well, tonight, it is. I found this old trapdoor in a small theater in Ohio, where the famous illusionist Howard Thurston once performed back in the early 1900s. Now, the powers that be let me rescue this trapdoor just before the theater was demolished. Well, I say rescue. Really, it was me and Angela sneaking into the theater with a hacksaw and a six-pack. But here it is, saved for posterity. Now, people seem to think that magicians still use trapdoors, and as much as I'd like to install this one in the theater here, I don't think Holland America Line would approve of me cutting a hole in their $7.5 million stage again. But I did think it would be fun to show you what a magician would do with a trapdoor at the turn of the last century. Now, what you've got to keep in mind is that things didn't pass through a trapdoor. They were actually trapped inside the door. Thus, trapdoor. Let me show you what I mean. Inside this trapdoor, I found an old framed poster advertising Thurston's famous magic show. Now, this poster would be worth about $12,000 to a magic collector today, if I wanted to part with it, or if Angela wanted a new dress. Now, as you can see, the size of the trapdoors, they do vary, but this particular trapdoor is pretty deep. Looks like Thurston kept an escape ladder in here. You never know when your wife might accidentally trap you in the door. Thank you, Richard. Now, this last piece is pretty wild. This is an actual curtain that Thurston used in his magic show over 100 years ago. Now, I'm pretty sure it wasn't this dirty back then. Thurston was a bit of a perfectionist. Back then, he probably kept it looking a little neater, more like this. But the one thing every magician did keep in his trapdoor, that was a beautiful assistant.